Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy. How are you doing, girl? What's going on over there in the Aussie
Hi,
land?
Aussie land. Hello, everyone. Yeah, look, just doing the do. It was funny. I just noticed something came up where there's a research place in one of the hospitals in our major city in Queensland, and they're so clever. They're coming up with a double one of these. One for the flu and one for the other thing. And I was going, they've been out forever. They just haven't told anybody. Now they're just bringing out into public awareness. And what a great idea to get both at once. So I was just sitting there going, and it was one of these news stations, our, famous one of the four. And I was just going, oh, for goodness sake, surely people just, just know by now what's going on. So interesting. It's just mind-blowing.
Wow. I imagine people are still falling for it, though. I mean, I can imagine people just making the lines to go get it.
I remember once I was in, because my friend's my doctor, and I was in having something done in my ear, and I heard someone ask about, have you got in the, CD things yet? I really need one. I'm only up to number 5. I was just about rolling off the bed laughing, and they were saying, oh, no, it's right, they'll be in another 2 weeks. Come back in 2 weeks. We've been waiting for the next batch. And I was just going, like what do you do? I mean, I heard it with my own ears through the curtains. It's like,
Wow.
whoa. So
Wow.
look, you're right. There are people that's their life. That's their fear.
That is.
That's okay. That's their choice. So
Yeah. Wow.
What about you? Let's talk about our beautiful Florida and the wee bit of water that got dumped there. How are you going?
It was really interesting because it was like really strong. It was stronger in the beginning with the outer bands than the eye. When the eye passed by, it was like nothing happened. It was the part before it where it was just dumping so much water. But I mean, I know that the card said that these were the good guys doing the work. But I don't know. I just kept getting this feeling about clearing the land by the water so that resorts could be put on that land instead of people having houses there and have access. Almost like, it's getting to the point now where they're not insuring anybody that lives on the beach. So only rich people can live here.
Isn't that interesting? Look, I mean, I still feel that was a definite plan from the deep state that was, what was going to happen. And maybe they do have some control of the, some weather stuff still. But I don't know. I just still feel that it could have been worse is what I was getting. But you know how many people were praying? You know how many people were
oh my gosh.
It was just it was worldwide. It was massive. And it was like, I think that helped to dissipate a lot of it. I really felt that because, I was just dropping love bombs onto it. And it was like, I can see this actually dissipating as well. And there was so many people. This is how powerful we all are together.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They it made a difference. It actually made a difference. And I posted on my chat in Telegram the picture of the dragons. I printed a picture of the hurricane, and then I put my 3 dragons like so that they would slash it down, like make it like where it's not as strong.
Brilliant. I know, I saw that and went, ooh, she's onto it. That's right. And then it was about taking it etherically so that it could work wherever they needed to work.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because I just pulled some cards as you were talking about it, and the Justice card came up. So there was definitely something that had a hand in reducing that. The Temperance card, which is the water, it's change, but it's having patience. And then you've got the Seven of Wands. This is when a situation is someone or something is actually keeping its identity. So it's almost like this energy, the negative energy that was maybe the whole intention underneath everything. It's like that was being dissipated as people in Florida held its own identity and energy. So yeah.
So Maree was saying it was meant to follow the movie Category 6. Imagine that. From what I understand, luckily it didn't happen that way. Yeah, so I think that it was all the prayers and all the energy work. I mean, there's just thousands and thousands of people praying and putting energy on this. I mean, I attended 2 different meditations just to lower the power of it. And like I said, I put my dragons on it and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So it would have been, I reckon that maybe the deep state have still got some control over starting things, but I believe it can be counteracted as well, not just with our prayer, but with other, maybe technology. So yeah, it's an interesting, I think this is such an interesting time in our life where we're in this precipice of this huge change. And it's like this, it's like, yeah, it's just fascinating. Like, we've had a lot of stuff going on in our skies and a lot of really weird weather as well. Like when you guys were going through that, the heavens opened up here again, like massive. So I was going, whoa, I think we're going out in sympathy with Florida. It was huge.
Wow.
And I really noticed it. And I went, yeah, this isn't normal. This is, again, it didn't feel like a natural weather pattern.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you know what? I did see a video or a post that someone said, in 2020, either 23 and 2024, all the hurricanes have been on the Gulf. All of them.
Interesting, isn't it?
It's like, Yeah. So, but this is a great question by Kathleen. If Disney was clear during Milton, or is it cleared already?
Right, let's see what our cards say, Kathleen.
Great question, Kathleen.
Yeah, interesting. That one's really hot. You want to come out? Yeah. I feel, okay, the 6 of Cups. Look, if there may have been a little bit of tiny clearing up, but I actually feel that it had already been done because the Star card's there. So to me, it's like this was a decision that was made a while ago. And the 2 of Cups. So there was definitely a partnership or something that went on that has cleared it before. So this was, I don't feel that that's what this was about fully at all. So, yeah, King of Pentacles. I feel that had already happened because he's our master of reality. I feel that had already been decided on, taken action on, and had a result. But there could have still been a little bit of stuff there, but that probably wasn't the main reason for it. Or, it wasn't, it doesn't feel like it was happening then and there completely.
Yeah. So last time did we talk about Tampa maybe needing to be cleared out? Maybe? Or
I don't know that we did. So because I don't know Tampa at all. So is that just it's a big city, isn't it? Is that right?
Yeah, it's a city right on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wondering if there were some tunnels there that needed to be cleared.
There could have been, okay, but because we've got our Ace of Wands, let's just see if did it actually hit Tampa full on, or was it a little bit further south?
Well, it was a little bit. It hit further south, which was So so there was definitely a lot of damage and things that went on. So maybe it was actually a little bit further south that it all had to happen. Yeah, there was definitely something else going on there because of that 4 of Swords. There was something that was hidden
But yeah, who knows? One day we might know about it. But I don't feel that was the whole reason for it. I think they're just making the most of what's being put into play. And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the 5, that one just wanted to jump into my hand. So the 5 of Pentacles is when things have been left out in the cold, like it's not something that you'd want, but there's change coming. So I think the white hats are making the most of what's maybe set into motion and then changing it up as much as they can. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So I know, Kathleen, you were asking about the yes trying to destroy MaraLago, but MaraLago is all the way on the other coast in West Palm Beach. So this didn't really do much. Actually, there were some very large tornadoes in that area, though, in West Palm Beach. Some major tornadoes. Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it? So yeah, look, I'm sure they're going to the last little kick. They're going to try whatever it is they've got left in their back pocket. That's what that's what I feel, you know. And I mean, we can ask that question. If that was one of their plans to try and do that.
Yep. I know I've seen videos of The Simpsons and, you know, this being in there.
That isn't it fascinating? The Simpsons. Okay, so yeah, look. So the 10 of Wands, to me, this is when action's been taken, but it's not finished. It's not worked. Like it hasn't. We're asking this particular question. It hasn't worked because there's our military card. They know what's going on.
Oh yeah.
And then the 9 of Cups. So no, it's a the desired effect is to keep all of that safe. You know, obviously they would have tried everything. So, but I feel the white hats are onto that sort of stuff as well, in a way.
Yeah. Okay. Is MaraLago like the real White House? I mean, since he's president, I guess.
Let's check. That's a good question. Let's ask our cards.
Indeed.
Is that where things have been done, signed? Oh, interesting. Okay. Just got a little bit of a image then. Yeah. It's definitely that one. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's so interesting because just as you were finished asking that, I got an image of, is it Cheyenne Mountain? Yeah. So it's MaraLago's been used as a strategy because that's our 7 of Swords. So this is where people can see it's something that they can actually go, oh, it's MaraLago. But the Hanged Man's come up. So no, it's like almost like a little bit of an illusion, a strategy for something that's going on somewhere deeper. Yeah. So, and then the 4 of Wands. So look at the castle. To me, this is a very safe place. So I don't feel it's MaraLago. I feel that's just a strategy as a, hey, you know, it could even be the double DJT that lives in MaraLago, you know. So yeah, there's definitely something else going on with that Hanged Man card. So there's, yes.
Interesting. So before I move on to the elections, what is the elections and the craziness that's happening? So did the quantum financial system switch over on Monday? I saw a video of an Australian. I don't know who he is, but I think he's somebody who's got a lot of followers, that he was actually stating that he could confirm that on Monday, and I'm thinking Monday for you was yesterday, that on Monday, so meaning yesterday, that the quantum financial system has switched over. But I don't want to put a date on it because then the cards are going to go, nope. You know, like, so can we just ask, did the quantum financial system switch over sometime within the last week?
So by switching over, though, wouldn't that mean it would have to be public, like, or not? You know, that's the thing.
Yeah, he said that all the banks were switching over to it. So instead of the SWIFT system, they're using the quantum financial system. And so nobody's going to know because the banks are doing their own deals between them. So we don't see the SWIFT system. Even though when we know the SWIFT system exists, we don't see it.
True.
So I don't think that we're going to see this switch or.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, okay, let's have a look and see. I feel it's always been, to me, it came up ages ago that it was sort of running parallel, you know, it was already being set up and all the rest of it. Interesting. I don't feel it's quite just yet because we've got our 9 of Wands card, which means, yes, it's been a really tough process trying to get to a place, but it's nearly finished because the next one up is the 7 of Pentacles. So there's been a lot planted. There's been a lot put in place already. And then the Fool card. So this is our new beginnings. So I feel that there's still maybe, yeah, a little bit going on till we get into this new system. And
Okay.
I did hear someone had said that there was some sort of hack or outage to four banks in Australia just a couple of days ago. But I've got one of those banks and I had no problems. They said apps were down and this and that. I'm going, well,
remember, you're in a higher vibration. So just because you're seeing another reality doesn't mean it's your reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
So, but the way that it sounded, it was almost like it's like a rolling move because it's so many banks, so many things that have to change that. But basically, I think he said the switch had been done where but let's say maybe started. I don't know.
Yeah, because there was something about being ISO 2200 or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew that was sort of coming up and around, but it just looks like there's still things to iron out, is what the cards were saying. So just a few things. Yeah, the Fool did come up, so that's the new. So I think I feel that we will get some sort of official type of thing. It'll just come out of the blue, like, oh yeah, by the way, blah 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 is happening in the banks. There'll be no big deal about it. It'll be really calm. That's why I think that Fool card came up last as the new beginnings.
Yeah. But it would have come out with more like a stronger Arcana card, right? Not Arcana card. What am I trying to say?
Major Arcana? Yeah.
Major Arcana, yeah.
Well, the Fool is a Major Arcana, and that was at the end. So the other ones were the getting there. So it looks like it's been going on for quite a while, and then it didn't feel like it was quite fully there. So I feel there's probably a few things that need to be ironed out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll have to send me the link for that that person, that Australian guy, and see if I know of him at some stage. Just pop it through to me.
Yeah, I can post it on my Telegram channel because everybody's going to be wondering.
Yeah, I'm just intrigued.
You know, where it's coming from.
Yeah, that'd be great. Good job.
Yeah, I don't recognize him at all, but it's in WhatsApp, so I'll have to figure out how. Would forward work?
Maybe. Sometimes WhatsApp will let you send it via other links.
All right, here. I put it there. We'll see. It's uploading.
Okay. Cool.
So, wonder if the cards can give us an idea of what does that mean for us? Like, if I were to ask the cards, like, what does that mean for us?
Interesting. Okay. What what does that mean for us in our reality as we are now?
Yeah.
Well, the Three of Cups has come up, so that's a celebration card. So that's really positive. So emotionally, I'm getting that it's once people really, really, truly know and understand what it means and what it is, that's how people are going to feel about it. So they won't feel threatened by it, but it's still hidden. See, our Four of Swords again. So it's all still really hidden at the moment. So people don't know about it, but it does mean that people will be quite, like, once they get it, they'll go, oh, whoa, this is so much better. Yeah, Knight of Cups. This is someone bringing a message on an emotional level again, but it's gentle. So I feel it's just going to be like this, oh, yeah, and this is happening. Oh, and this is going to happen. So it's not, I feel this real sense of sort of peaceful integration with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what it means.
I've always felt that that's what they've wanted to do, is to do this very almost like behind the scenes, almost like where people aren't freaking out and losing their shit. And
that's the last thing they want. People, I mean, look how receptive people are to being indoctrinated. Like, it's like it has to be gentle, like, oh, okay, this is just something that we do now. Or, oh, that's how it's working. I never understood the SWIFT system, exactly like what you were saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so, yeah, so what does that mean to me? Oh, that doesn't mean anything bad to me. That's what it will come down to for people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Roberto is asking for personal reading. And Roberto, we don't do personal readings on this show unless we actually request, and then it's by lottery. So, but we will do a near future reading at the end for everybody, so a collective one. But if you'd like, we're here to answer questions that are going to help all of us, understand something better. It doesn't have to be what we have for our topic, but just anything that is happening in the world, or anything spiritual.
Spiritual, yeah, whatever. So,
yeah. So the tornadoes, actually, the ones that I'm aware of, Barbara, hit. They hit when the hurricane was inland. It was inland already. The ones that I'm aware of. Now, those other ones, I'm not sure. So, okay. So, Kathleen, you ask the cards if the days after USA election because of chaos would be a good time to. So we need to, first of all, check where are we with the election, right? Because it keeps like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So
exactly, it's been very, very,
iffy.
And the thing is, as well, we know they're not real. We know they just aren't real. So let's see with these little playouts as to if we can get a clearer picture as to what the playout is going to be showing us or looking like.
Yeah. I think the last cards that you read said that it was going to go all the way up to the election, and then something was going to happen or something. I don't know.
Yeah, look, it's really interesting. Like, so we've got our Three of Wands. Now, to me, this means that they're looking towards the future and letting go of the past. So I feel this will be the last scenario, per se, of something that's happening, because then we've got our Queen of Swords. Now, she's someone that speaks truth. She's someone that is very direct. And then we've got our Queen of Wands. So she's my integrity card. So I would say that even if this election goes all the way through, no matter what happens, the truth's going to come out from this one. This is why it always said, I think the cards from just tuning in now always said it would be different. There would be something different about it. So I feel that this is going to bring the truth out. So Kathleen, whether or not, it involves the military, or whether or not it involves something, afterwards, whether or not they show that the big K gets in and everyone knows it's not true, it doesn't matter. It's all a game anyway. So, but the truth, when that Queen of Wands comes up for me, that means that there will be truth that will absolutely be revealed and out in the open. So I can ask now that we've got that, if it will be the military. So even if it goes through into January, let's just
well, yeah, because I think she was asking in that question as well, like, would there be military lockdowns to switch to actually show that really the president is we already have that president in place for the republic.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's interesting. So, okay, one more, and I'll just ask. So, yeah, will there be? Okay. Yep, you want to come out? Oh, yes. Okay. So again, we've got our Four of Wands. So to me, this is a very safe place. This is somewhere that's already set up, already stable. It's like, again, it's like there's a celebration going on. People feel really safe and solid. And again, this card has come up. So it's really looking to the future and letting go of the past. There's the past. So I feel that, yeah, there could be something that brings this to light, that deep state, all the stuff. I'm going to get another card with that one coming through because it's just to ask for some clarity around that. Oh, King of Swords. I love it. This is the master of truth, the master of a story, the master of a plan. So it's all going to come out afterwards. The military card didn't come up. It may be, it may not. Yeah, and it may not need to be that harsh. I don't know. I'll check with that specifically, but it didn't look like there was a military card in there. It looked like everything was already set up. Yeah, the Magician. Oh my goodness, that one was just jumping out as I was shuffling. So this is our Master of Illusions. Okay, so what we're seeing is probably just not even skimming the surface of what's truly gone on behind the scenes. I just don't think we'll even understand what has actually gone on and already been put in place. But I'm going to ask that specific question about the military. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a very strong that yes, there will be in some aspects, and then we got our death card.
Oh, jeez.
I know. I was just getting this. Yes. So this is the transformation time. So there could be a time when yes, they're needed, and to help with that transformation through to the safe side. I'm getting the words just into the safe place, into the safe. Oh, this one's really hot. Let me just see. That's you. Yeah. Yeah, again, they want to do this as gently as possible. So our Page of Cups, this is something new that's just being brought through with wisdom. That fish always tells me there's wisdom going on. So, yeah, I don't feel it's going to be as disruptive as what we maybe it could have been. Yeah, because of how they've done it. Yeah, justice, look at that. Because of how they've done it, people will see this justice coming through without all the drama and palaver that it was expected to take.
Right.
So, yeah. So, Kathleen, that's what I'm feeling. Oh, look, there could be some very weird stuff that goes on, and we'll go, what? But we'll know it's all just part of this absolute, the underground movie that we can't even watch.
So. Yeah, definitely. I've actually this week I decided that I wanted to spend my time creating, and I've done it before, but then I always go back. So this time I've really stayed on track with like, what do I want to create? Because Dr. Joe Dispenza had this beautiful meditation of walking for change, like we are the change. And so it's a walking meditation. And as you're listening to him on the beach and we're walking together, he's like, see it now, see the new world, see it. And then I'm at the beach. Kids are jumping in the water. Adults are just relaxing, having a beautiful time. And I saw the new world. Like I felt it. And I'm just crying and just like, this is what I need to focus on. What am I doing watching the movie? Who cares about that stupid movie? Like, so after that, it was so easy for me to stay off of the social media because I have no interest anymore. It's really just, now that I saw what the new world would be and what it feels like, it's like, yuck, I don't want to watch the movie. I don't care about Trump. I don't care about Kamala. I don't care about any of them, actually. I really don't.
Because it makes no difference
It makes no difference
to who we are, how powerful we are. We are creators. You're so spot on. It's so funny you say that, because I was doing that the other day. I was just sitting there and just going, oh, and the feeling of beautiful joy and of lightness and of cohesiveness between everybody. It was just beautiful. And that's the energy that I feel is really going to be the most helpful for us, for this earth, for everything. Oh my God. And these cards, as you were talking, 2 cards I pulled. First one is our integrity, our beautiful Queen of Wands. Exactly. You come from that place of integrity. You come from that place of being able to create with just our minds. And 8 of Wands is one of the fastest cards in the pack. So things happen so quickly when we work in that realm. And look at the Lovers card. When we come together in our beautiful power internally, then it's like consciousness, we all connect at that, and we create through our hearts, through love. Yeah. I mean, look at those cards as you were talking, and yeah.
Yeah, it really was amazing. And it's about, if you want to see people be in joy. If you want to be, if you want to see kindness, then you have to be kindness to yourself. If you want to see love out there, you have to love yourself. It all starts with you and your actions, because your actions are energy. And so whatever it is that you want to see out there, you have to start with you. And that's the only way we're going to get there. And the more of us that disconnect from that movie and start noticing the new world, then the less people will be playing that old video game that doesn't even apply anymore to us.
Yeah.
You know, ascension is about being love and becoming love, and everything is about loving each other no matter what. So if that's where we're going, then the movie doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. The movie doesn't matter.
No, it's a bridging. It's that death card. It's the transformation. That's all it is. We're the ones that are creating. You know, we're the ones that are actually creating our reality. And it's so interesting, Elisa. I saw this little video on a guy that had done like mushrooms and DMT and things, and he was in the lasers. I don't know if you've seen that, where when you look down through one of the lasers and they were crossed, you could actually see like the Matrix. People were seeing the actual coding that this whole place is made up of. And so I've just been tuning in as I walk along. I go, I'm creating this as I walk, as I look, as I see. I'm creating this through the coding, and it's just so much fun. It's like, so imagine, you know, when we do it from our hearts, exactly as you're saying, then what we create is magic. And I don't put a price on it. I don't put a time on it. I just be it in this moment. And then it just somehow miraculously happens. So
yeah, absolutely. So the more we disconnect from that 3D matrix, the more that video game starts, you know, shrinking and shrinking and shrinking, and less and less energy it will have. So,
and like we are actually, we can control that. We can be creators within it. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, is it the Fall Guy? No, the Fall Guy, I think, with Reynolds, right? Reynolds, really brilliant, where they put the glasses on in the movies and they in their world, but they can change everything as they go. This is what we live in.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is. It's awesome. Okay. So Roberto had a question about So if you've been told or feel someone has cast some sort of dark spell on you, is it spiritual allowed to return to sender? Some spiritualists say yes, and others say no. What's the right answer? Well, the right answer is, what do you, it's your reality. What do you want it to be? You know, it's whatever you believe. Whatever you believe is the answer. If you believe it's yes, then it's yes. And if you believe no, then it's no. That's really ultimately, what would you say?
Yeah.
Maree?
Roberto, to me, it's all for our learning. It's all for our spiritual growth. And, you know, to me, it's just open your heart and just let love come in. And the other thing as well is, you know, I used to work a lot with just sending out, if I felt there was something going on, because I was learning a lot. I learned a lot through Psychic Attack. I learned a lot through it, and it helped me to clear my other lifetimes and lineage stuff. I don't do it. I don't need it anymore. I do not get touched at all. And what I do, though, is I just send out cords, and I don't care where they go or who they're going to. I just send out cords of light that just burn off anything that is not of love. And that's all. That's something that you could do that's so simple. I would just keep opening your heart just with intention. I feel that's going to help as well. There's no right or wrong answer, exactly as Elisa said. This is part of a learning for you. And so just tap into your own wisdom. Don't be mad. Just go, thank you. This is such a great opportunity to learn from, and do whatever it is that's right for you. And
stay away from fear. Try to stay away from fear, right? Like, so this is how I believe we give away our power. And I'm kind of glad you're asking about this, because I've been meaning to make a video about this. The only way that somebody can alter your reality is by you believing what they tell you. So that's how people can take away your power, or how you can give your power away, is by actually believing what somebody else is telling you, including what I'm telling you. So yeah, which is funny. It's funny, but it's true. It's true. So don't give your power away. Just you know, I that's what I would say. I've always been very much a person about empowering, of knowing what my power is, and knowing that I am the creator of my reality. So I'm not going to allow someone else to come in, which I do. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are doctors out on the internet that I believe that I really don't have to. But I do give them, you know, power over me, because I believe what they're saying. So just be aware of that. Be aware of what you're giving your power to, and then just come within and go like, well, no, I don't believe in this stuff, or I think it's crap. No, not in my reality. Thank you very much. Bye. That's it.
Absolutely. And, you know, I think what helped me a lot was, I always tell people, keep your energy field clear. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on. I always just say white light. Imagine beautiful clear quartz crystal under you, coming from beautiful Mother Gaia, and bring it up through your whole energy system, through your whole body. And then if you're feeling like you're a bit out of whack or wonky, or you know you're going through a shift and a change, do the violet flame. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I run that sometimes if I'm feeling a bit, okay, I'm going through a shift. I will get the hit to run this beautiful violet flame through my whole being, through my physicality. And it's like having amethyst under your feet and watching. And I can hear it crackling sometimes when I'm running it, because it's really transmuting. So that might help you as well, Roberto. Is there really simple things to do? And you just see, sense, or feel it. Have the intention of it. Don't worry if you can't see it. It's there once your consciousness, and once you've actually said, right, this is what's going to happen. So that might help as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. Thank you for asking. Okay, Barbara asked, will Biden just blurt out that Trump is president more and more? He already did it once.
He's such a good actor.
Yeah, right?
Such a good actor. God, how much fun would that person be having? You know, just being a buffoon. It's hilarious. I love it. Let's have a look and see. Oh, okay, you want to come out. Right. Yeah. This is so funny. Yeah, it's creating complete chaos. The Five of Wands is completely creating his actions, and what he's saying is completely creating chaos. And but what it's doing is it's actually going to help bring things into balance for people so they can move ahead. And then the Ten of Cups. So really, people are going to go, oh my gosh, okay. So this is like the revelation for people who's going to be really happy. But yeah, I would say that he's just having a great time, and probably will do it more and more. That's his job. That's the actor's job.
It's getting funnier and funnier, at least for us people that are awake and know what's going on.
Yeah,
very funny.
So Barbara, yeah, that's great. It is. It's so amusing.
So funny. And then Noah was asking about the two moons, and yes, I think we had in one of the past shows we talked about the two moons, and I think it did say it was a ship. What didn't it?
Or was it? Was it like an insert? Yeah, it was an insert of something, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, I can't remember now. This is the thing.
Me either.
Oh my goodness, this is what happens when it's coming through energetically. Like, I don't even remember afterwards what it was.
Yeah.
So there was definitely some illusion with it, because the King of Cups, it's an emotional card, a master of emotions, but there's something being hidden. So it's not I think it was not a moon. Definitely. That's right. It was, it's really hot. Let's see. It's something that's probably not meant to be there. Like, it's not naturally to our earth plane, because that Five of Pentacles, it means something's out of place, or it's out in the cold, that there's a change coming with it.
Yeah.
And I don't get it's nefarious. That's not what I'm feeling at all. No. Oh my God, there's the military card. So the Knight of Swords has come through. So no, I don't feel this is nefarious at all, but it's definitely not a normal part of our earth plane.
Okay. Very good. Let's see. Oh, Barbara says, I love it when he wears his MAGA hat. Oh my God, Biden has been wearing a MAGA hat? That's hilarious. Oh my God.
And I remember once as well, ages ago, he had a photo with all of these kids, and they all had on MAGA T-shirts and MAGA hats, and he was standing in the middle of them. And I'm just going, if people don't wake up from this, there is something seriously wrong. Can you imagine any sort of PR allowing that to happen? Like,
right.
So yeah, it's pretty funny. So yeah.
Right. Oh my God, that is absolutely hilarious.
I know. So
absolutely hilarious. So okay. So I'm trying to decipher how this is going to pan out. How this is going to end up. So supposedly what's going to happen is something is going to come out about her that will make the election null and void, or like even though they follow through with it, something goes up about her.
Let's have a look and see what the cards say about that. Will there be something that is revealed that then negates the movie? Okay. Wow, interesting. Yeah. So it looks like, if with the Six of Cups, this is when there's something that's being offered, and people can either accept it or choose their own, the way they want to feel. There's usually a village behind this as well. There's usually more people involved. So this is what I feel they're doing with her at the moment, is putting her out there like she's got something to offer you. Then the Star card. Now, this is, to me, also about making decisions. So through our divine self, through our higher self. So this is about people starting to make their own decisions. There's definitely something going to happen that's going to be grief for her because that 5 of Cups has come up. So, yeah, there's definitely going to be some grief, and especially because they've been shown to be playing everybody, you know, about, oh, yeah, she's wonderful. So, yeah, but it's all safe again. That card, the 4 of Wands, keeps coming up to say everything's safe. Like this is all just going on in the background, and something will definitely come out about her. Whether it's before, after, I don't know, but there will definitely be something that comes out from that card.
Okay, so is it going to be had to do with her and Diddy, or her VP and his teacher days with the kid?
Okay, let's have a look and see if either of those will be an aspect of what the downfall will be. Let's just see. And this is the thing, it could be something so out of the blue that it's like you just go, whoa, that was a left field one. I like that. Okay, so let's just see if it's going to be either of those two. Okay. The moon cards come up. So this is, for me, this is when there's definitely something in the psyche that's so out of place. I think it's going to flummox us all what actually it is. That, you know, they could have a small aspect to do with it, but there's something else that's just going to, I think, blow things so wide open. We've got the Star card again. So this is definitely, to me, it's a higher realm. This is sort of, all of this has been orchestrated from almost a higher realm as well. So, yeah, look, I think it's going to be bigger than we expect.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Hierophant. This is someone that has authority over a lot of people. So there's something that's been done that is bigger than what is even going to come out. Who knows?
Okay. So, and this is Lori saying, Trump party with Diddy, they all party with Epstein. They all did. Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I felt like the movie was not like, I was putting a lot of hope on Mr. T, and I was just like, I'm still in the 3D game when I do that. I'm still like, that's why I'm like, it's all of it is a movie, including him, like
from the beginning.
So like, and Lori, I did get a download one time because I hated him. God, I hated Trump. I hated him. And driving one day, I was driving and I was like, this download came to me that he had to play the part. He had to infiltrate. So there had to be a way for him to get trust of these people. And the only way he could do it was playing the part. And so that was the download I got. And ever since that day, I've kind of given him more of like, okay, I get it,
Yeah.
But again, who knows? Like, he could still be a bad guy like everybody else. At this point, it's a part of the movie. So,
well, you're right, because the 7 of Swords just came up. Then that's a strategy card, so it's all a strategy. And it was so interesting because I didn't really know much about this guy at all, like Trump at all. Like, all I knew was Trump Tower and he was rich. That was it. That's all I knew about the man. And when the 2016 US election, when the results came out, I remember exactly where I was standing. I was living in a house right on the beach in Palm Beach. I was out in my big balcony we had, and I heard it and I went, oh, thank God for that, because HC, we would have been in WW3 within weeks. It was just this absolute download that came through to me, and I knew. I went, thank God. And from that moment on, I just knew it was okay. And I knew nothing about, the US. I didn't even know how the US Senate, how the politics worked. So yeah, I just knew absolutely with every part of my fiber of my being, if he hadn't got in, we were cactus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's well, something else I have a question about. So supposedly the White Hats have been in charge since 2016, and they still allowed for the C19 to come out. So I never really understood that, how they could allow for that to happen. Like,
to me, it was exposure. I mean, because that was when the most people actually had time to be at home and to ask questions rather than being in this cray busy world. You know, it was pretty horrific, a lot of the stuff that happened, but there was less people being unlived than the normal flu season, you know. So in that respect, I feel it was just this huge, let's rip that top off the can of worms and throw them out there and show people what's really been going on.
Yeah.
So that
Thank
was
you, Joe Lori. I appreciate that. So yeah. Yeah, I'm done. I'm really done. After I saw that and I felt that new world, I was like, what am I doing? Paying attention to that stuff, like my energy, you know? No.
They're amazing, you know, what we focus on and what we actually to me, like, I remember one of my friends said to me, Maree, you're one of the best manifestors I know. And, you know, especially with where I live, it's like I have this magic golden touch. And I said, even as a kid, I used to just imagine what it would be like to live there. And I could even feel the sand between my toes, and I could hear the waves when I was in my room. And, you know, I didn't think anything of it, but I never, ever, ever thought once, how much would that cost? Can I afford that? That doesn't even come into my head. And to me, it's that feeling it. It's if you can visualize, but feel it in your heart, feel it as if you're there, but then you just let it go. Yeah. And that's when the magic happens. It's like, and how things have come about have just been incredible.
Yeah.
So, so exactly how Elisa was saying you were feeling, you know, when you were actually tapping into that new reality. It's pure bliss. There's nothing that can stop it from happening.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about bliss, I forgot to tell you, I've been chasing, a friend of mine started this and then now I'm into it, but we're chasing this comet. So you can see this comet at night in the sky. So we have been chasing it to try to see it. And it makes me wonder, what is this comet? Like, if it's just a part of the screen that is the what's it called? The dome. I'm going to call it the dome.
Yeah.
The firmament.
Yep.
So what is the comet? Like, what can the cards tell us about comets?
Sure. You know, it's so interesting. Do you remember ages ago you were asking about satellites and the cards came up with when they're not real? And I was just shocked. I was going, what? No, hang on. I've got a bit of a mind blow here. And it's just been coming up more and more that they use balloons to take these things up. They actually go up on balloons. And I'm going, well, that makes more sense. You know, that they have them on the ground, but then they take them up on these balloons and I went, yeah, that makes so much more sense now, because I had to wrap my head around that change as well. So what are the comets? How interesting. Yeah, look, just one more. I'm going to get one more to give me a final picture.
Can hear those birds in the background.
Gosh, I know, it's amazing, isn't it? That sound comes through so clearly. You remember those from when you were here?
Yes.
That's cute. So we've got our Two of Wands. So this is finding a balance, and look at the earth being held in the hand. To me, this is just a balance within our earth, the way our earth is expressed. So whether it's electromagnetic, I mean, there's still Five of Wands. There's been a lot of action taken to create chaos and change, like in our minds even. Nine of Wands. I love this. This has been going on for a long time, actually, the lies. I feel it's nearly coming to an end as well. I believe that this truth will come out for us all in time, the Hanged Man. So it's more like again, it can be plasma, it could be electromagnetic aspects. You know, I don't know if you remember, was it Halley's Comet? Is that the one you've been following, or was that
no? This is a different one.
Because I remember I was only like 18 or 19, and I was staying at my boyfriend at the time's house, and I got up really early in the morning to go to the bathroom, and I looked out this big long window they had as I was walking down the stairs, and I kid you not, this comet was going past me right in that moment where that window was, and I went, I'll always remember this because it won't be coming back again in my lifetime. And it was just, I think that's what it is as well. There's obviously an energy that's also attached with them. And so at specific times, when it's the right time for it to be creating that sort of balance, there's obviously something that's needed. It comes through. That's a part of our earth plane.
Oh, talking about that, now that you say that, the Aurora Borealis, oh my God, it's being seen like way, way down south. And people are like, huh? You know, so I was wondering, you know, what that's about. Like, can Jazzy give us maybe
I was just going to grab him. Yes. So that's so funny. And, you know, my brother's even been putting photos up, and he lives in Canberra, which is in between Sydney and Melbourne. So that's unbelievable. Like the Aurora Borealis here is usually only down in Tasmania. It's been all the way up, even in Perth, I think some people, like on the other coast. So there's definitely, I mean, remember when I got that absolute knowing that there's plasma there. I mean, I just knew, I kept getting there's plasma. So
it's gotta be manipulated. It's got to be.
So let's just tune in with Jazzy and just see if he can give me a little bit of clarity. So, and remember, if anyone else wants to tune into Jasper's clarity through our own, it's always through our own wisdom and our own divine connection. It's like Jasper can be like a beautiful channel, a mirror for me to actually see things more clearly or from a different perspective. Feel free to tune in. He loves people, so you're all welcome to. Okay, so let's just ask about that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So he was just showing me that above the firmament, there's frequency that's been, how can I explain this? Like turned on. There's a frequency that's been turned on that is affecting our electromagnetic fields, you know, on the earth plane. So there's something definitely being activated. And
what's the reason for it?
I'm just going to ask him.
Because I got something, but I want to see if.
Yeah. Okay. So Jasper. He's saying it's also coming through from the great central sun as well, but it's consciousness. It's literally really ramping up the consciousness. Cool. And the plasma, he's showing me more and more plasma. So I'm getting hot. There's something going on with that aspect. It's almost like it's making it filterable for us to be able to bring it through as well. So it's almost like a filter coming through with this consciousness. So, yeah, what are you getting?
Well, I was getting that it was to raise our vibration because it when people see these pictures, like, you know, like it's pure joy, and it takes their mind away from the fear. It takes their mind away from whatever. And now instead of, for example, for me, instead of me looking at the whatever's happening on the Telegram feed, I'm outside looking for the comet, or I would be outside looking at the lights. You know what I'm saying? So it's taking people away from the 3D matrix and really just bringing them to a different place of magic.
Absolutely. And the way he showed it to me, it was like it was a show. It was like a lightning show that was going on. And so that was what I saw through Jasper. And I went, okay. So yeah, but it's definitely, you're right. It's raising everyone's vibration because of that physical aspect as much as it is through the electromagnetic aspect of it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's awesome. If you guys have any pictures of if you've seen it, put it on my Telegram channel. I would love to see them.
I'll have to upload the ones my brother sent me from Canberra. And
Yeah.
Tanya said sun flares. Yeah. So Tanya, to me, what the sun flares are is the great central sun bringing through more electromagnetic frequency. Yeah. And that shows up as maybe what people call a sun flare. So yeah, through the portal.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, I'm going to Peru this Saturday. So, yeah, so we won't have a show for, let's see, 21st or 28th. So our next show would be on the 4th of November.
Perfect. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
So I would have had my birthday by then. So I will be all grown up.
Oh, yay. What is it? No, it's
the 30th. Yeah. So
the 30th. Oh, okay. I was thinking 31st. Okay.
Yeah. No, I was born Halloween Eve, which makes a lot of sense to me.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody wish Maree a happy birthday. And I love you guys. And we'll see what happens in Peru.
Yes. You have an amazing time, Elisa.
I will. And I'll make sure to post pictures on the chat.
Good. Awesome.
All right, everybody. Stay high vibing. Don't forget about Maree's show on Sundays. All right.
See you then.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.